Hi Stampers, it's Christy with Stampin' Texas. Are you ready to create this cute little Ferrero Rocher candy holder? It is so adorable and they're great for any occasion. I thought these would be great. I wanted to use the Sunshine and Sprinkles Designer Series paper and make cute little gifts for a baby shower. Just a little something. So are you ready? What you're going to need first, get your pencil and paper. There's some measurements and some score marks that I want to make sure you write down as we go. I will also have them on the screen, but just be sure to be jotting these down so you can recreate this fun project at home. All right, let's get started. You're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock, just like this, and let's start with this first long piece. You're going to cut this to 1 3/4 by 7 3/4, and we'll get to the score marks in just a minute. The second piece of cardstock you're going to need, you're going to cut to 5 inches by 2 3/4. All right, so 5 inches by 2 3/4. Now let's get back to the long piece, and I'm going to get into view my paper trimmer that has the scoring blade on it. Let me make sure you can see. You may also use the score tool. I love the score tool, but I found that this paper trimmer worked really well for this project because I could do the one blade for cutting and then this blade for the scoring. So on the long piece, we're going to start scoring on the long side. So let me tell you your score marks. Are you ready? Okay. You're going to score at 3/4 inches, 2 1/2 inches, 3 inches, 4 3/4, 5 1/4, and 7. And this is what you should have. Can you see that? And I'm going to go ahead and bend it and fold it just so you can see that we've scored on the long side. All right, I'm going to set that one aside for the moment. Now on this other piece, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you the score marks for the long side first, and then we'll turn it on its side and give you the other score marks. Okay, on the long side, you're going to do 1/2 inch, 2 1/4, 2 3/4, and 4 1/2. Now on the short side, I flipped it around, scoot that in place, and you're going to do 1/2 inch again, and 2 1/4. And that gets you all the score marks that you need for each of your pieces. Now, I was showing you this yellow one, these yellows, because I haven't done anything to them yet. But let me show you. We're going to actually be making a pink one. So this is kind of what you have. This was our yellow piece. And all I have done so far is cut out the corners. And so let me go ahead and do that. We're just going to cut those out. We're going to cut out this little section here in the middle, like that. And then we'll cut out this other corner. All right, so this is what that piece should look like. So these are the 2 pieces you've got so far. Let me move my paper trimmer out of the camera view. Now we're going to start kind of bending and folding on all the score lines, and you can kind of see what kind of shape we're making. This is going to be the box, the bottom part, for the little candy to sit in. And then this piece will wrap around. It's this piece here that's going to wrap around and come together like so. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, and now you'll notice that I did put some sticky strip. You will need lots of this handy adhesive sticky strip. Keep that handy. You will need to put 1 piece of sticky strip on one end like this, and you're also going to get the 1 1/4 inch circle punch. And what we're going to do is slide that in there and punch. Don't worry if it's not exactly center, because sometimes it's actually better if it's not, and then you make that circle a little bigger. But that should work. So the circle punch goes on the same side as the adhesive. Now let's just pick off the red backing on the tape. And we're going to put the bottom part of this box together. So at this point, I want these 3 flaps to kind of go inside. So I'll start with that one, and then that one. There we go. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. Now this is what's going to sit right in here, like that. Okay, what we're going to do is get our sticky strip again. Now, what I want to do is have some sticky strips so when I wrap this piece around, it sticks really well. So let's go ahead and put some sticky strip. I like to put it on this long piece. I think that works better. So a piece there. And then a piece here. Alright, now before we start sticking anything, let's get our next punch. You'll notice this has a punched out window in the front, and that is done with the curly label punch. So I'm going to go in from the side, and I just kind of start gauging where I want that. I look for those score lines. There we go. Yeah, it's a little off, but not too bad. Still very good. Now, the other thing that's really handy, I know this is hard, well, no, you can see that. This is a window sheet. This is really a nice thick window sheet. They come on a 12 by 12 page, and so you can cut down the size you need, but that's going to fit right in front like that for our front little windows so you can peek through to the candy. I like to adhere it with glue dots. So all I'm going to do is take that window sheet, get a glue dot on each corner, and then that's going to fit right in here, like so. Make sure I'm lining it up. There we go. That works. Alright, so now I've got my adhesive here and here. One last place I am going to put a little adhesive. Told you you'd need this sticky strip. Kind of helps hold it all together. We're going to use it again in just a few minutes. If you ever have trouble picking off that red backing, I like to get really sharp pointed scissors and just use the tip of it to help pull that off. And you know, before I stick that down, let's go ahead and peel those off while I have a little room. Alright, hang with me, we're almost done. And trust me, it's so cute, you're gonna love it. Alright, now I'm just lining that up into the center, like this, and pressing that together. So far, so good. Alright. I had said I was using the Sunshine and Sprinkles Designer Series paper, and that's what this is. So what we're going to do, let me make sure that's all stuck real well, is I'm going to put a strip of red tape along the back. Now you can actually leave a little banner flag off to the side, or you can have it cut flush, whichever works for you. But I like to, this little piece of strip, I don't think I told you, this strip of designer paper is just shy of, whoops, sorry about that. Let me measure it to make sure. I don't want to tell you wrong. I don't remember. Okay, it's just shy of 1/4 of an inch, more like 3/8 of an inch. And I left it 3/8 of an inch by 12 inch so I can have some wiggle room and figure out. See, there's that sticky strip again. It really is sticky. Alright, so here we go. You just start wrapping it around the base. And what's really nice is this little strip will cover up any boo-boos you may have had in putting it together, so don't worry about that. And I'm just going to leave this hanging off. I think I'll do that little banner cut, so I'm going to cut it about right there. Now, there is still some sticky strip right there. Once I cut the banner, all I'm going to do is take a little powder, like baby powder, and just put some baby powder on there, and it'll take the adhesive. It won't be sticky anymore. There we go. That'll work. Okay, almost done. The last couple steps. We are going to take a regular hole punch. You're going to punch 2 holes. I'm going to go ahead and put my candy inside. I'm using the taffeta, white taffeta ribbon for this particular project. And I like to leave the ribbon on the spool because I want to make sure I have enough. There's nothing worse than trying to put some ribbon on a project and you've cut it too short. I'd rather it be a little on the long side and then you have some wiggle room. And then I do right over left, come up under. I know this may be kind of hard to see. And then I make a bow with that right one, bring the other one around, and I start big and then just bring it down. There we go. That's it. Oh, I forgot the flower. Now that's actually really cute, kind of leaving it long. Let me show you the little flower piece that I put on the front. I did that with this punch. This is the 3-flower punch. And I'm just going to use a corner of some daffodil just to punch out that one shape I need, if it'll let go. Put that on with a glue dot. And then add a little adhesive back rhinestone. And again, I use the tip of my scissors. And there you have it. A very cute little treat holder. And I really actually like the ribbon kind of long like that. How fun. For more great ideas, I hope you will visit my website at stampintx.com. Thanks so much and happy stamping.